Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we are of course returning to the fan home build your own Optimus Prime figure. So we're up to issue 8 already. Let's just have a very quick flick through the magazine just to give you guys an idea of what actually comes in these. We've got again some movie based things at the beginning. Then of course we've got some amazing information, and of course the one and only Peter Cullen is in there. Bit on Soundwave as well, and then of course as always we go to the majority of the magazine, which strangely enough is Generation 1. So we've got the second season, we've got the Golden Lagoon, we've got all the sort of information regarding the cartoons, and then onto the build itself. We are looking to be doing the inner wheel of the right foot. So we've got the right foot here, which again is getting huge, which you can see. It doesn't look like we need anything else. It looks like everything else is inside the bag. So by the time we've finished, that's what it's going to look like. And of course, as it says here, the color images are what we've already assembled, and here is the bag. So let's start to open everything up. I'm going to zoom in to get it exactly as it was. And again, I'm really enjoying this, and I think it probably is better. Somebody commented, and I'm sure they're right, to be honest. I do much prefer, I'm doing one of these, although they're not probably coming on the channel every 2 days. I'm at the moment getting so far ahead, I'm doing like one every 2 days, because exactly that reason. I do want to get ahead. And I suppose by the time I eventually do catch up, because I believe, guys, there's 120 stages. So by the time that I do actually catch up, I'll be there or thereabouts, which for me is much, much better, because these are diecast, by the way. They're metal, they're heavy. Yeah, I suppose I'd have hated waiting, which it is, all this time in between particular things. They are weekly. But in the UK, if you do the PayPal subscription, which is exactly what I did, you get a couple of bonus things, but you get them in monthly batches, shall we say. So what that means is you get 4 or 5 a month, depending on, I suppose, I think it's how many, it's either Mondays or Fridays, depending on how many Mondays or Fridays are in that month. So it does also mean that it's a big chunk of money going out, but obviously, as you can see, I know you can see I'm struggling with this, but I wasn't going to say. You can see that this thing is going to be very, very impressive. Right, that is going to go later on. They are die cast. They're them parts there. Let's have a look and see if we can do this without making any mistakes. So there's all the parts that you've got there. These are here, right? So what it's saying is this bit there. Yep, there is a thin bit, which you can see. There's the thin bit and there's the fat bit. So observe the position of the parts. Attach the connecting rod 8D to 8E by its wider end. So that is looking like that. Does it go any particular way? Let's have a look at the orientation. Yeah, so that looks to be like it's going to go in there. It wouldn't go over the top because we want the screw to go in. So that is probably going to fall off as soon as I press that. We're looking for a DM screw. So remember, if it's an M, it's going into metal, and that is one of these little black screws. And again, I'm just using the free screwdriver that came with issue 1, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. I did have a couple of other sets ready just in case, but at the moment this has been the only one that I have needed. Now, I don't know if it's just me, or I was going to say it feels like these particular parts may have had a bit of oil on them, but I think it's just me, to be honest. And I'm trying to keep it, whoops, I'm jinxing myself now. I'm trying to keep it exactly like that because it needs a teeny bit of play in it by the looks of it. So what I mean by that is I don't want to go too tight and have it in the wrong position. I just need to go a little bit more. I'm struggling today. I've got really sweaty hands for some reason. I'll probably need a vice, to be honest. In fact, or if I just do that, which is what I should have done in the first place. Hold it in sort of position a teeny bit more. Wow, I've got sweaty hands. I'm going to leave that there because it says not to go too tight because it needs to be moved later. So that looks okay to me. Now what we're doing with this particular part, we're going to line that up to the back of this by the looks of it with an OP screw. Yeah, make sure that it's the right way around. That is the only place that is going to attach. That's going to go in much easier. Where's an OP screw? There we go. So this has got like a little washer on it. I believe the technical term could be like a flange screw. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. As I said, in every single one of these I've done so far, I am definitely not a model building expert, which again is the main reason why I wanted to do this, guys, because some of the things, some model builds are quite complicated, and I've seen people do other things like build R2-D2s and stuff like that. But this, as you can see, this is pretty simple. All right, that's gone in okay. Is it? I don't want to go too tight because again it's plastic. I'm now going to give just a quick teeny opportunity to not correct, just tighten that up a little bit more, because it should move around because it's going to be like inner workings, but I don't want it's that better. That's much better. So we're up to here now. Now it says we need to attach to the back of this wheel, and again this is all quite simple by the looks of it and quite straightforward. Let's just correct. I'm just copying this exact picture here. So what we've got there on the back, there's the shape which you can see, and then that means that that is going to line up on there. So we're going to line that up like so. You can see how that's lined up in there. Now let's move this down. And this says it needs an IP screw. So here's an IP screw. We've got quite a few of these, so there must be quite a few more coming on in a bit as well. So again, that's going to go there. That's going to pop in. The attention to detail is crazy. This is, as I say, we are still on the foot. This is assembly 8. Okay, number 1 was the head and number 2 was the chest and stuff, but everything since then we've had 5 stages on the foot. It's nuts. Right, is that there? That looks like it is. So what we now need to do is take the foot assembly and we want it this way around. So what I'm going to be doing now is these stages here. So again, it should be quite straightforward. The problem that may have is I've got to put a screw into that hole there, but luckily enough you can see I can maneuver that around. This is on one of like a ball and socket, you can move it, and of course this is the toe, so you can just move everything out of the way enough. So let me make sure that I'm getting the correct orientation here. So that, yep, here we go guys, we've got 2 obviously ports there, and we've got that hole there. That's why you need this to be able to move. So I can line that over there. In fact, let's do this bit first. Let's line this. That's just fit over there, no problem. Oh, and let's bring that down. So, right, that is all lining up fine. I'm jinxing it. Right, we need 3 IP screws. Let's get the IP screws. Again, if you're newer, this is the first one you're watching, all the bags are all labelled up, so you don't, again, need to be a whiz or a genius with regards to the names of screws, the sizes, the types, etc. Years and years back, one of my first jobs was working in a factory, and the only, as I say, things that I knew for screws were like 3x12 and stuff, and that was the size of the, the head and then the length. So what I'm doing, I'm not doing them super tight, not yet, because I want to make sure that I can get them all in, and everything will of course line up. So there's them 2 there. I will go back and tighten that up in a second, and it looks as usual that there is going to be 1 spare screw. I'm going to have so many spare screws by the time I get to the end of this build, because every single bag, that's gone in. Brilliant, that's gone in. Now what I'll do is I'll start to tighten it up until there's a teensy bit of resistance, because again, it's only the foot. The most important thing is obviously the stabilizers on it. So again, attention to detail on this is crazy. Is that in? That's all right. It's going in a bit more than I thought it would. No, it can go in even tighter. It's this one that I've not tightened up. So in, there we go. A little bit more on this side. By my own admission, and you're going to get sick of me saying this, I'm always extra tentative. I don't want to snap it or break it. So that was that page. That's all that done. It looks like there's only a couple of little bits more to do. So what we've got here is an outer wheel. Let's have a look at this. And then we've got these little attachments here. These are plastic. Yeah, definitely plastic. We've got, there we go. Again, like jigsaw pieces, guys. This is really sort of simple to follow. Are they both the same? No, they're not. So what I'm doing is this stage now. So there we go. So it's saying make sure that we've got this detail on the rear, and this one's got the curve on it. So that's this particular piece. So that should, he says, yep, that's going to slot over there. This is, of course, is it going to slot over there as well? Why is it not lining up? What am I doing wrong? That to me is, I don't know that. No, it should go in that way. Again, it looks like I'm overcomplicating it. But to be fair, that on the inside, oh no, I hope I haven't got a defective piece, because on the picture you can see it's definitely saying that it needs to go back. That one's gone on really easy. Let me just see. I'm making sure that the orientation, no, you see, I had it wrong. What I did there, you see that little lip? That little lip should be there on this side, so it's my bad. I've done it wrong. So now, in theory and hopefully, yeah, much better. And that went in dead easy. So now all I've got to do, and I've kept that in again, because if I make mistakes, the chances are it'll stop you doing it as well. So inner ankle, inner wheel, snap them into position. Nice and simple. 3 little tabs, 1, 2, 3. I don't like the terminology snap them into position, scares me. But there's your 3 holes. Let's get this. I've just got rid of the picture. I want to make sure I've got the correct place that it's going to go. I'm sure that there is only one way for it to go, but just to double check with what I'm doing, the 2 together are down there. Oh, let's have a look so you can see me line this up as well. That's gone in there. Can you see that? Yes, you can just about. That's gone in there. That's gone in there. That's gone in there. And then, yeah, that looks like it's touching that part there, which of course we know is going to move. That's insane. That's just the foot. Wow. And of course we've got from the other build the wheel that's going to go on the outside as well. So we are getting completely there now. As I say this, if I just pan out very quickly, can I pan out? There you go. That's, yeah, it's bigger than my hand. This foot is bigger than my hand, but there we go. That is stage 8. There we go, guys. We continue. Thanks for watching. Take care.